One American News, once again, a supermajority of Dems agree with Trump and RFK Jr. on Big Pharma. Former Arizona GOP Congressman JD Heyworth, Arizona, tells Riley Lewis 760 that over 60% of Democrats support Trump and RFK Jr. working with Pfizer and going after Big Pharma on his show.
Admittedly, I'm a little bit skeptical, JD.
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm skeptical too, to say the least.
But if we can harness the power they do have and their leverage to make things better, then I think we should. And so I'm cautiously optimistic and really hopeful that we're turning over a new leaf in American history. I really am.
With regard to what?
Riley, you are wise to be cautiously optimistic and a bit skeptical, not cynical, but a lot more remains to be done. Certainly, we have seen some innovation. It remains to be seen if all of it will work in terms of direct-to-consumer. Obviously, it's important, just as we talk about the doctor-patient relationship. What about the provider-patient relationship? Yes. Dare I say, the pharmacist-patient relationship? So we want to make sure we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater on this. But again, because policy is always predicated upon politics, we have to understand the American people, according to our polling from the Pharmaceutical Reform Alliance, 84% of the American people, check that, 85% have embraced President Trump's most favored nation executive order. And of that number, 61% are Democrats.
Well, why the hell wouldn't they, though? Because Trump made a deal with Pfizer. They're going to be investing $60 billion into pharmaceutical manufacturing inside the U.S. They said that they should be fully operational within the next 3 years. And in return, President Trump is putting a pause on their tariffs. So Pfizer isn't going to be subjected to the pharmaceutical tariffs because they're manufacturing all this shit outside of the U.S., but they're going to move manufacturing for some of their most popular pharmaceuticals. And not only are they going to be making the drugs, they're also going to be making precursor materials for pharmaceuticals as well. And $60 billion, man, that's a hell of an investment for a big pharma company. And of course, all Americans are going to be on board with that. I mean, why wouldn't we? Of course, before COVID, most of us assumed that all of our pharmaceuticals were still being manufactured here in the U.S. And then COVID taught us that that ain't true. Most of our shit's being made over in China, which is absolutely insane.
60 million, gee, wasn't that the number the Senate needed yesterday to avoid the shutdown?
Unbelievable.
A supermajority of Democrats agree with the president. And the big thing is, this is not a polarizing issue.
All right. So I actually did hear earlier that John Fetterman, he was one of the Democrats that voted with the Republicans against the government shutting down. Like, they voted yes for the funding to keep the government open. There were two other Democrats, actually, that voted with the Republicans.